AI is taking over the world. And if you are thinking about sourcing, finding profitable products using AI, my God, today I'm going to be sitting down with a good friend of mine, Ahmed, and we're going to be understanding how he is using AI in his business to scale fast. Ahmed, thank you so much for joining me. Tell me a little bit about what you're seeing and how you're using AI to get results in your business.
I've started using AI a few months ago, and it's just blown me away how much time you can save and the results you can get just by using AI. Of course, you need to learn a few things here and there, but I'm more than happy to and excited to show you some results. Just let me know when you're ready.
Jump in, show us straight away, and we can talk more about it in a bit. I want to see what you're getting.
Okay, so the first example for you. By the way, I just done these searches. You can always tweak things here and there and get better results. But everything you have here is kind of raw results without tweaking. I just want to mention the prompts have been created before. So I'm going to show you the results. If you are an Amazon seller and doing online arbitrage, and let's say you want to find retailers who are selling toys, and not only any retailer, like legit retailers. So of course, I'm not going to share the prompt that is powering this search. And one of the results is table 1, major UK toy retailers and independent specialists or local toy retailers. Okay, this is beautiful because these retailers are not that common, because as you all know, most of the Amazon sellers, when they start selling on Amazon, they kind of focusing on the same big retailers, and using the right prompt, we can find shops which are not that common, and we can find products that are not everywhere or even better price. Another benefit or advantage is you can negotiate with them, but that's a discussion for a different live. Notably, UK online only toy retailers, and of course all sort of explanations here. And yeah, this is one of the searches. Of course, with these results, I will show you later, we can get more results. This is one of the searches I've run.
First things first, really good. Like, I love it because not only are you finding obviously the toy sellers that everyone's going to find if you do a simple Google search, you're finding all the independent ones, which if you've got like a VA or something, you can just say, go search through all these suppliers, just have a look at these, see which ones work. You're using AI, and obviously when I think about AI, I'm like, right, ChatGPT first thing, but I notice you're not using ChatGPT, you're using Gemini. Tell me a little bit about that. Like, why do you use that? Why not ChatGPT?
I think 98% of the time I'm using Gemini and a bit ChatGPT. The only thing I like about ChatGPT, I like more than Gemini, is the way it's breaking down. Like, you want to ask for an explanation, and I really like how it's breaking down everything. Gemini does it well, but I think ChatGPT a bit better, clear, at least for my brain. Otherwise, Gemini, I find it more powerful. I use a lot deep research feature, and deep research feature in Gemini is free. I mean, it's unlimited, not free. Okay.
Wow.
Where in ChatGPT, I think I forgot there is a limit.
Is right? It like 50 a month or something?
I don't know. If you are on Pro, as I am, yeah, you are limited. And in Gemini, it's unlimited. And the results are much better. And I think it makes sense because Gemini was created by Google.
Yeah, and I think ChatGPT queries Bing, whereas obviously Gemini will query Google's data set, so obviously vastly bigger, should we say. Obviously, you're using the paid version of Gemini, is that right?
Always, yeah.
Talk me through, how much are you paying for that at the moment?
Okay, so actually I have Google One and I'm paying £20 a month. But Google One means 2 terabytes of memory in Google Drive. You get Google Book. Yeah, notebook.
Oh, okay, cool.
Notebook, yeah. This is included and I'm using it. And you get Gemini and few other benefits, all for £20.
So that's the same price as ChatGPT.
Exactly.
Pro. So you're using Gemini because it's got unlimited deep research, which is obviously the main part you're using behind this. And obviously you're saying it's getting better results. Would you call yourself an expert? Are you an expert at this? Or like?
I'm far from being an expert. I find myself very good at creating prompts because I like it. I love it. And I've been doing prompts, creating prompts for quite a few months. And I spend a lot of time in creating prompts. Sometimes I even spend 3 days in creating one prompt. But otherwise, when it comes to the AI words, I'm a beginner. I'm learning.
Give me a quick overview. When you talk about it's all about the prompts or like creating prompts, like what do you mean by that? Like, surely I can just write, hi, I'm like, find me suppliers, toy suppliers.
In order for us to make most out of the power of AI, we need to be really good at giving tasks and telling them exactly what to do. Because I can say, give me wholesalers for L'Oreal. Okay. You'll get some wholesalers, but if you run another search with a better prompt, you'll get better results and more results. Okay. It's all about how you build the prompt and how many details, and the clearer you make everything for AI, the better results you'll get. It's very important. Actually, there are so many courses around prompt engineering because it's important.
Can we see the prompts that you're using? Or you said before you wouldn't show them, like why and why can't we see them?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really share the prompts. Whoever wants to see the prompts, if you like, I'm sharing with the private community in the school community. And we run many trainings around AI sourcing where I'm explaining how to use the prompts, how to create them, and I'm sharing all my work.
And I'll just say, obviously, Ahmed and I know each other because we both run the community. And if you guys do want to get these prompts, you can get a free 7-day trial. Have a look in the description down below, and obviously you can join that. Right, let's do this. Ahmed, jump through, show me some more examples of what you've done and the results that you're getting.
Well, I was thinking I can show you because, I would love to, I can show the prompt, but we just need to make sure we blur everything. I want to show everyone okay, we run some searches, but I want to see how long the prompt is so you have an idea how a good prompt should look like. Not always depend on the task, but I want to show you how much effort I put in this, because if you come with a prompt with 2 phrases and try to do the same thing like me, it might not get really good results. So this is the prompt I use for finding retailers who are selling toys, and it's starting from here all the way here. And
wow.
a bit of this prompt is looking for all sort of keywords, barcodes. It's looking to make sure that the retailer is legit, to make sure it's a registered company, they have a website, and it's not a marketplace. That's another thing that I add in the prompt, and a few other stuff. I keep them secret for now. If anyone is interested to see the prompt, just to join our school community. And this is the length, just for one task.
Show me some more results that you've got, like some searches that you're running, and what kind of thing, what kind of use cases are you using AI for?
I'll go through a few today, and let's see the next one. The next one, I use this prompt. This is a prompt to find wholesalers who are selling L'Oreal in the UK. And here we have the prompt, and this is the result I got for the UK. So, few explanation. I'll give a little tip here. If you want to find their distributors, you just take this email here, you shoot an email, give me your distributors, and you have a high chance to get the list of distributors. At least for me, it worked. Here we get some suppliers. Ray-Ban Trading, contact number. For export, another contact number. Another one, Central Cosmetics, details about them. You have here in different format. Of course, you can export all this to a Google Doc, where it looks much, much better. One thing I added in the prompt is to tell me if they supply to online retailers. And this one is supplying to online retailers. This one, Pharmazone Global, supplying to online retailers. Another thing you can do is just say, okay, give me 10 more suppliers. And what AI is going to do is going to give you 10 more suppliers. And you keep doing the same thing until you get bored. Another thing is you can run the same prompt twice and get different results. Or you tweak it a little bit, or you run a prompt today, you run the same prompt in 2 days, you might get different results. Because it really depends the changes in the CEO and all this, how they are ranked on Google. And because in the end, what AI is doing is scrapping the internet. Another search. This is for Lego. I hope no one's going to hate me for doing on these prompts and showing some of the suppliers for Lego. Okay. Official distributors, but not only. Of course, you can tweak the prompt, but this one that I created here, so this is for wholesale, and I think, it's longer than the one that's for retail. Look how long it is. Because you want to filter, you don't want every single website that was created. See, we keep going down. Yeah, it's finished here. You don't want every single result on internet that says we sell Lego, because there are many fake websites. Yeah, for Lego, this is what we got. Some suppliers here, it says website age indication, but this is not, I don't think it's accurate. I'm not sure exactly how this works because I see always changing. You might know, Thomas, with,
Yeah, because it's got the word copyright. So it's basically reading, most websites will update the copyright to the current year. So that will always update.
Okay.
Because it's always like, the copyright did end in 2024. It ends in 2025, which is the current year. It ends today. There is no end. It just keeps going.
So we got supplier for Lego, official distributor. Okay. B2B, a main phone number and email. And LinkedIn couldn't be found. Notes on create your account online instantly. Amazon FBA ready, and states we can deliver all your wholesale toys directly to Amazon.
Wow.
Then if you go to the next one, Harrison Direct, I think everyone knows these guys. Is giving you people who works from LinkedIn, okay? Because one thing in the prompt is to give us the contacts from LinkedIn. Because if in case we can't open a trade account with them, they don't answer to our emails or whatever, we can contact them on LinkedIn and ask for help. Another one, Jones Wholesale, Van der Meulen, another one, Cup Toys, Pound Fun, all sort of wholesalers. Another search, and this is for category, UK. So here in this explanation, I'm not happy with this result. We have some wholesalers being mentioned. When I create prompts, I want them to be shown like this.
Table.
This is why I always said you can run twice the same prompt and get different results, okay? We have wholesalers and this text here, not in like in a column, one by one,
yep.
Okay? Ryson, Clear is King, wholesale supplier for eBay, Amazon, bro. No, they're not good. H&B Supplies, the beauty traders. So what the AI did now is it just gave us like a training or something on how to find wholesalers.
That's your job, not mine. There you go. List of resources. Oh, okay, fine. You got some.
Not exactly what I want. Because it just didn't understand correctly. It can happen in AI. It's not perfect, okay? I'm sure if I run the same prompt, I'm 100% sure because the same prompt I'm using in my business, and I know the type of results I get. I got this type of results where you have a lot of text, explanations, but most of the time you get similar to what you got before.
But I think this shows you that you've got to get the prompt right, because even like there, it's gone slightly wrong, and then you've had to correct it in the second version, haven't you, to give you the results, how you want the results afterwards?
No, so not the prompt is the problem. It's just AI. Sometimes the way it understands the prompt. This is why I said you can run the same prompt twice and you get different results. When I run the same, because this is exactly the same prompt I've been using for weeks. You get columns, supplier, all the details like we got here, okay, like this. And sometimes you get something like this. Yeah, text. Like we have the suppliers here, but I don't like how they're showing. Like, look, Gabona and all this. I really don't like how they're showing. Yeah, what I can do is I can copy the whole text, paste in the AI again, give me all the wholesalers and their details in columns clearly and nice. Easy to understand. Okay, you might be like, oh yeah, I know all these suppliers. What if I want more suppliers? You can type here, give me 10 more suppliers. Another one is give me 10 more suppliers, but ignore and add the list that we just got. So AI is going to give you 10 more suppliers, ignore these ones. And I created another prompt to find the competitors, okay, for the companies that we are adding. So we have from the previous prompt, we have a list of suppliers. It's gonna look for competitors for the suppliers that we just found, and we're gonna get this type of results. By the way, here I use ChatGPT. Again, it's not the best when it comes to deep research, but I was running 3 searches in the same time in Gemini. I said, let me put ChatGPT to work a bit. 5 direct UK-based competitors for price check. So I got Rayburn, Cian Wholesale, DCC Group, Harrison Direct, Pound Wholesale. Okay. Another thing we can do now is, again, we take all these suppliers and run another search. Okay. Like even for Cogita, competitors for Cogita, Anchor Store, Fair. And what I realized is, but I'm gonna tweak the prompt to get better results. I got competitors, but the competitors were repeating. So I got the same competitor for CN Wholesale and the same competitor for price check. And I don't want that. So what I've done was I added here, okay, run the prompt again but do not give me the same competitors. And we take all these companies and we run the search again, and we keep doing the same thing until we get thousands of suppliers. Okay, we have the suppliers. Mm-hmm. Now we want to verify them. So I create this prompt and I run a search for price check. And look at the details we got. Official website, domain registration, UK location, address, facility description, even Google Maps Street View. You can see the warehouse. That's what I added in the prompt, because for me it's very important to know that they're showing on Google Map. Additional locations, company registration number, VAT number, status, and official LinkedIn pages. So reviews and contact informations. Specific red flags, and you have details to double check if you don't want to rely only on these informations.
I think that's good, because definitely, obviously, working with VAs, my God, how many deals do they provide from suppliers which are just not legit? So you're like, look, I've got a VA, cool. Whenever you find a deal from a supplier we don't normally buy from, just go take its prompt, put the name in there, see what it comes back with. If it says legit, I'm happy. If it doesn't, don't give me the deal. So yeah, it's going to just save you time.
Just in case someone says, to run a deep research only for this. So first of all, you don't need to run a deep research for this type of prompt. The deep research prompts you're only running when you want to scrub the internet live. All these prompts that I run, you can even do it without using the deep research feature, even for finding wholesalers, because in the end, AI has the knowledge, but the cutoff is whatever, 2023 or 24. But I recommend deep research for this type of task, like to verify the legitimacy. Just use the normal AI. It's going to be quick, and you can add multiple suppliers. Okay.
Where's the future going? And I'm talking about, like, where do you see the future of AI and sourcing over the next, let's just call it 12 months, not too far ahead, or like what do you see it as? Like, what's the use cases?
When it comes to AI, I think it's what I see. The competition is crazy. Today, Google is launching a new update, a new software, a new AI, and tomorrow OpenAI comes with something even better. Then Claude is coming with, Anthropic is coming with something even better. Like, every day you see fights, Perplexity, and so many other companies. Like, only from China, I think there are like 4 or 5 AI assistants who were created, and very, very powerful ones. So the AI, I don't know where it's going to be in 12 months, but it's going to be like, it's beautiful watching these competitions. I don't know. It's going to be crazy, I think. It's going to be crazy. And in terms of sourcing, it depends how many people are open to use AI, how well they are using AI in sourcing. I don't believe we can rely 100% on AI yet. Again, it's just a tool to help us to save time and to find things which we might not find just manually, maybe.
It's interesting. I think, in my eyes, the way I see it going forward is that everyone's like, AI is going to replace you, and I don't see that yet. I see it as it's like the tractor replacing the people chopping down the corn in the fields. It's basically what it's going to allow you to do is just one person will be able to do so much more, rather than like there will be no people in the company. And again, it's like what we're seeing here is like all the use cases you're doing is like we're basically just saving time. So we're doing things efficiently. These AIs are doing stuff, and even with agents, which is really interesting, operators, that's still going to do stuff for you. But then you've got to make the decision of what do you want it to do. So you'll just have more control. But they'll, all of the companies right now, and I know it. I had 30 staff in one of my UK business. We run with 5 now, and I think we could probably get away with 4 quite happily. And I'm sure you'll get to $10 million a year in sales with just 4 staff, 2 sourcers, 1 purchaser, and 1 admin, and all of them will be AI kind of enabled, which will just do things a lot faster. So I think that'll be the way it goes.
Yeah, definitely AI is going to replace people. Like we can see this in Microsoft, they fired 8,000 people, and main reason was AI.
And there were software developers, interesting enough.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And this is just the beginning, definitely. But it's not only firing, like people are going to lose jobs, but there will be new jobs created in the same time, right?
Correct.
things are changing, and it's always been like this.
Yeah.
Always, like when riding horses, I'm sure if someone were telling them, look, we're gonna have cars, oh, we're gonna lose our job, like, there'll be new jobs created with cars. Yeah, some riders gonna lose their job, but they'll become drivers maybe, or whatever. And I remember now someone who's close to 10 millions in sales a year told me after using my prompts, said, bro, like this AI, he's not an AI person. Like, he started using AI just after I shared the prompts, and I told him, look, this is what you can make with AI. Otherwise, he was using AI just to correct his grammar and nothing else. And he said, I feel like I need to fire, because he has a big team, I need to fire some VAs because your prompts are doing so much work. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you can save you. So a lot of time you can save money by firing VAs.
Yeah. It's not like it's not like firing. It's kind of like, look, we no longer need as many people to do the job we used to do, and we can still get the same outcome for a lot less labor cost. The one thing which I heard, which was really interesting, was you talked about jobs being created, and I'm sure people right now are like, I can't see that world. But what was really interesting is when we were chopping down fields of corn manually. Back then, did you have personal trainers like you do in gymnasiums right now? You don't. Like, that whole industry did not exist. But now it's a huge industry and lots of people make a lot of money. So, like, again, that's an example of a job which was created after automation, because people had free time, they wanted something else, they could find other opportunities to make money, and people are willing to pay that because we no longer all needed to work in the fields like we used to do. So yeah, super interesting. If anyone wants to get in contact with you and find out more, what's the best way to find out more and reach out?
In the school community, that's the place where we speak without barriers. It's a private community where we share everything, we discuss everything with no barriers.
Fantastic. And if anyone wants to know, have a look down the description. You can get a free 7-day trial to the community. Check that out. And then obviously as well, check out the Facebook group, which you've got, which is free, as FBK, Fulfilled by Knowledge, which I think is a great community. You're super active. And then obviously we'll drop all the other links down below. Ahmed, from myself and everyone watching, thank you so much. I'm super excited to see where AI goes and to have you back in 12 months' time to see what you're doing and obviously how that's changing the game for Amazon resellers. Thank you.
Thank you.